Upon receiving a copy of the order of protection, it didn't stop him from entering my room. He disobeyed all protection that order of protection was made for. He laughed to his Guyanese friends when he spoke about the order, saying it was just a summons. And it was funny to him that he was going to court. Twice he called the Gardaí on me as I was using the bath. The second time he argued with the attending Garda and told lies about me. The Garda told me to get out of the apartment as soon as possible as my life was in danger. I left the following morning. That was a Monday. He took money from our shared account that was not fairly distributed. He is home in comfort in our apartment with my animals, a dog and a cat I just rescued. All my belongings are in that house, including my businesses, and I had to leave with just the clothes on my back. I visited my bog property 2 weeks later and discovered my truck was broken into. He knew the vulnerabilities of my old truck. And I am sure in knowing it was him and possibly Robert that drove down to steal my stuff, I felt their energy. My passport, my SIM cards, my truck deeds, my camping stove and heater, my sewing machine, my generator, gone, but to name but a few. On the 8th of February 2023 at court, he walked straight over to me to sit with me. I fled. My feet took me away from him immediately. This email is just a simplified version of events that went down around me and in my home. This man is a danger to society and he was desperate to take my life. But why? Because he shook hands with the devil, that is why. I was so concerned that Latch was part of a sleeper cell in my community that I was on high alert. Latch didn't want me to succeed in awakening and didn't want my light to shine on his corrupt life and that of his extended family. Latch and Damien, a fellow resident at Riverside View, plus 2 African drug dealers had a beef with Latch. A Bangladeshi woman mirrored my Indian husband's moves of dominance and control in our 6-apartment block. All these gangsters from my block caused me harassment and injustices while residing at Riverside View. The judicial system deemed them guilty but let them loose to return back to their apartment to continue their mayhem and chaos. I got no support for standing up for my community. The abuse happened time and time again around me, and still, this is only a tip of the iceberg of the drama I experienced. In 2023, a young girl from 40 Riverside View, an Irish girl, was having the same problems as I since she expressed her views to me. And it really was a boost to me to have an Irish person to see what was really going on, as she was puzzled by Latch being down in Robert's house all the time, as was I, and witnessed Latch fight with Stephen. Questions that need answers to. Was Latch picked up by the UK police in Heathrow Airport upon returning back to Ireland about 6 years ago? Was he really being suspected of being a drug mule? And why was he let go? Did his family intervene? In late 2022, why was I offered government housing, then it was taken away from me? Why? What was the real reason? Who influenced this? Why was I, an Irish person, put on the streets when he was the perpetrator? Who was backing him to be so confident this last year to cause terror in my house day and night and the surrounding neighbourhood? How much slandering and witchcraft did it take to hide the reason for spending 13 years in bed doing nothing? Did he marry me for an Irish citizenship? He has not participated in anything good in Ireland ever. Just take and take and take. Why did he not just leave me and move on? Why stay poor by not working? Or was he making fraudulent money on the side or in Guyana? Why the need to involve my sister when I told her years ago I was not interested in speaking to either her or my family members due to parental neglect and neglect of me as a child? Why chat 3 or 4 times with my sister in late 2022 but didn't include me nor tell me they were chatting? I do not call people at all, never mind someone else's husband. So why? What did Latch need of my sister? Why? Because he was using me for something else as well as witchcraft. Is he using my name in Ireland or Guyana to create fraud? Is there an insurance policy on my life that they want me dead to receive? What about an offshore account? Is that why the stolen passport of late? Why is my husband doing nothing for 13 years? Why? Does he have a house that maybe Ali left for us, his stepfather, but they do not want me to know about? Latch's sister, Sharifa Tusram, was brought to the backlands of Guyana by her cheating husband, Ryan Tusram. He apparently bet up Sharifa, leaving her eyes black and blue, and this is apparently. But my question is, did Ryan Tusram receive a government position in the Ministry of Indigenous People in Guyana after beating up his wife? And why? Why stay and terrorize me in this marriage and this country? There had to be a reason. Why did Latch call the Domestic Violence Centre, telling them about fake abuse, and then cancel the complaint 20 minutes later? I was listening at his door and asked him later. He lied, saying he was talking to some undercover cops, or which I can probably believe to be now will be the Masons. Was he intentionally setting me up? So I have a couple of more questions, like who is paying for his lawyer? Is his family paying? Are the Masons paying for his lawyer? Why can he afford an expensive lawyer yet be on the dole? Why is it so difficult for me to seek help? My family, Patrick Carr, Alison Kavanagh, Fiona Duggan, Paul Carr, Stephen Carr, need to be questioned about child cruelty towards me as a child and parental abuse of my parents. And evidence of stolen money from me and my parents, I have evidence. Lachman Baldeo family and my family are devoid of compassion and love and need to suffer the consequences. I love people, but I had Satan worship and black magic used against me, simply because I am a humble humanitarian. I want continued peace in my country, Ireland, and I want the same for Paradise, Guyana. Neither of our countries are going to succeed in our efforts to maintain peace if this family and extended family in Guyana remain in power. They need the full extent of the law brought down on them for the 13 years of violence committed against me in my own country, while his mum, Lita, said nothing. I am a sovereign being and I want freedom for all. I want justice for what they inflicted upon me in Ireland, New York City, and Guyana. I want communication as to why I was being recorded by his sister, Asina. And why do I not have a copy of my transcribed calls made to her? I ask anybody that is out there that are psychic investigators, that are private investigators, that would have information on Masonic problems in Ireland to please step forward and maybe help me, as I am attending court on Tuesday, the 14th of March of this year, 2023. Thank you. Bye.